Alrighty, welcome back to the Metronome Madness League. We have the Beegees coming up against the Heavily Heatrans. These two teams need to do something. The Beegees desperately wanting to get the 3-3 record, while the Heatrans, of course, if they go 4-2, it will help them out tremendously. So we'll see what happens as Mantine starts things off with a Force Palm. That's going to be resisted. Barely does anything to the Gothitelle. However, it does get the paralysis, and that is a huge play by the Heatrans there. There goes a water gun. Water absorb doesn't affect Mantine. The Beegees are not coming out with a good start right here. It's not what they want to see. They're gonna have to try something different. No water moves. Milk drink doesn't work. Of course, Mantine haven't taken any damage, so a bit of a wasted turn right there. There goes the Confuse Ray, and that might be a good idea. Beginning of the battle, you have time to set up. Confusing them may have them hit themselves, giving them an extra turn. We'll see what happens. They do have to break through paralysis, though. The crowd going wild right there. As Mantine goes for another attack, it breaks through the confusion, not what the Beegees wanted to see, and it uses a withdraw. It's going to raise its defenses up higher. I think the Heatrans feel like they have a moment to actually set up here due to the paralysis. Gothitelle breaks through, though, and gets an echoed voice off. However, that barely does anything. They can't seem to damage this Mantine, but on the flip side, Gothitelle hasn't taken any damage either. It is going to be hard to tell where this battle is going to lead. Mantine going again. And here we go. There's the Mach Punch. That's not very effective either. Got to stop using those type of moves. It's not a real good look for them there. They've really got to change it up. And here we go. Mantine snapped out of the confusion. Didn't hit itself once. That's a good look. It uses spikes. Great move. That's going to damage the other two teammates on the Beegees. And there goes the paralysis. Free turn for the Heatrans. We'll see how they make use of it. Heavenly Heatrans, keep in mind, are currently out of the playoffs. They were passed up by the Espeons in their last match. They are 3-2. If they go 3-3, that could possibly propel them up above the Espeons to get into the playoffs. We'll have to see exactly what happens. The Beegees, on the other hand, they are in a contender for the playoffs. If they go 3-3, they definitely will make it, because the Gengars ended their season 2-4, so they're in second place in their division right now. If the Beegees can go 3-3, that is a playoff spot for them. We'll have to see what they do. Competitive is going to put Gothitelle's attack up. That's a good look for them, and Gothitelle's going to go for a little wood hammer. That's a powerful move. How much damage is it going to do? And yeah, I always think that it's going to do more damage than it actually does, and Mantine tanks that move with ease. That is a neutral hit, of course, because Mantine is part flying. But here comes the Aurora Beam coming from the Mantine, and it's going to do just a little bit of damage. Gothitelle paralyzed again, and now Gothitelle is below the halfway mark. It looks like the Heatrans have the upper hand at the moment, but this is still anyone's battle. Here we go. There goes the Mantine again, going with a brutal swing. That's going to be super effective. Puts Gothitelle in the danger zone. Exactly what the Heatrans wanted to see. And there goes a gunk shot. That actually might poison the Mantine. We'll see what happens. Do they get a poison? They do! That's what the Beegees wanted to see. Good moves from both ends here. The poison not quite going to put the Mantine in a danger zone, but it's very close. And man, the back and forth between these two Pokemon is very interesting. Here we go. The Mantine again with the Venom Drench. That's going to fail. Gothitelle is not poisoned, and that move only works if you are. Zing Zap, 4 times effective. It lands, and that is it. Mantine is down. Great move by the Beegees. They may be in the danger zone now, but they got a slight upper hand with that defeat right there. We'll see who the second Pokemon for the Heatrans is going to be. And they send out their Darmanitan. Darmanitan happy to be on the field. It's looking pretty dangerous for the Beegees here. Darmanitan gonna go first, and it uses Fissure. That's an unnecessary one-hit KO move right there, and it misses, so they're gonna pay the price as Gothitelle uses Mystical Fire. Of course, not very effective. Does a decent amount anyway, though. And it also lowers that special attack on Darmanitan. There we go. Darmanitan going on the attack now with the Metal Burst. You have to be a Steel-type Pokemon for that, so that fails. 2 failed moves. That could make the difference in a battle here. There was the double kick. Not doing a lot of damage, but chipping away at that Darmanitan. Gothitel's been able to break through the paralysis so far, and it's been working for them. Those failed moves by the Heatrans just may not be the best. Here goes the Stone Edge, though, and that does it. Gothitelle finally goes down, hoping that the little bit of damage is done to the Darmanitan will help his teammate as it comes out on the field. There goes the Turtonator. Hurt by the spikes put up earlier. As we see that play works out, Darmanitan gonna go again. Could use a nice type move, that'll work for it. No, it uses Crush Claw. Crush Claw doing a decent amount of damage actually, but Turtonator stays above half health there, and it's gonna use Tail Whip. Interesting, trying to set things up, lowering Darmanitan's defense. I think you would much rather in battle like these raise your attack than lower the opponent's defense, but we'll see what they have planned. Darmanitan, will it go on the attack this time? No, it uses Calm Mind. Interesting, and setup coming from the Heatrans. Gonna raise its attack and defense, special attack and special defense, I should say. That could work for them. There goes the Drill Peck. That lands and does a decent amount of damage. Darmanitan with about a third of its health left. One more good move from that Turtonator, and it's all over for the Darmanitan. There goes the work up, setting up some more. Raised his special attack before. Now it's going to be raising its attack and special attack again. I would not want to get hit by a special move from this Darmanitan. It looks very dangerous. There goes the Dragon Dance. Oh, the time to set up is now. That's what these teams have decided. Turtonator is raising not only his attack, but his speed as well. Hopefully it can go first. Will it? No, Darmanitan's still faster. And it's going to go ahead with an Uproar. Interesting move, but it did raise his special attack, and I believe Uproar is a special move. That's going to be dangerous for the Turtonator. Expanding Force. The thing is, Uproar is going to trap Darmanitan in that move. They can't use anything else but the Uproar for a few turns now. There goes the Uproar again from the Darmanitan. Doing a decent amount of damage. Turtonator in the danger zone. Here we go. The Horn Leech coming from Turtonator, trying to get some of that HP back. That will drop the Darmanitan. It's all over. And Turtonator crawls right back up out of the danger zone there, getting that health from the Darmanitan. The last Pokemon for the Heatrans, the Beegees, fighting extremely hard to solidify that playoff spot. If they don't win here, they possibly could go down to the Gengars. We'll see what happens. There we go. There goes the Solosis on the Heatrans. And the Blue Flare coming from the Turtonator. Good move. That does over half the... Oh, excuse me. I said Solosis. That is Reuniclus. It does over half its health. My goodness. Dragon Darts, though. Smart move. Super effective. And it will hit more than once. And Turtonator will go down right there. It is down to the wire here, guys. We have Beegees and the Heatrans. Reuniclus going up against Glalie. And here we go. Glalie hits the field. Hurt by the spikes put up earlier by the Heatrans. That could give them an upper hand. Glalie could just use one good dark move, like Crunch, and that would work. There was a Focus Blast, though. Not going to be very effective. But it is able to land it, doing a little bit of damage. Reuniclus, about a third of his health left now. Heatrans sweating a little bit. There goes the Acupressure. And this time it's going to raise its attack sharply. Glalie has Moody. We forgot about that. That's going to raise his defense up. Lower his special attack. So maybe Glalie will focus on physical attacks here. Here we go. Glalie starting things off with a Spit Up. Didn't swallow anything, so you can't spit if you don't swallow. There we go. And Reuniclus with the Hydro Cannon. That's a super powerful water move. It will have to recharge after this. Glalie, though, taking a huge hit. Moody gonna lower its defense this time. Reuniclus gonna have to charge, so Glalie gets to take advantage. Hopefully, it can do something big. There goes the Glalie. It's gonna use a Vice Grip. That will do damage at the end of every turn, though, so that could help them. There goes the recharge as Moody raises Glalie speed and will lower its special attack. It's the second special attack drop for it. There goes the Glalie now. And it's going to use Flatter. Dumbest move ever created. Very stupid. And oh my goodness, you raise Reuniclus special attack. That is a very bad look for the Glalie right here. Reuniclus is confused. Although that confusion won't do any extra damage. Here comes the Heat Wave. That's going to be super effective. Plus the special attack boost. And Glalie goes down. It sealed its own fate right there. And the Beegees will lose it. Heatrans go 3-3. And with that, I believe they move into the playoffs.